Hello, fellow risk takers, and welcome to my worst investment ever. Stories of loss to keep you winning. In our community, we know that to win in investing, you must take risk, but to win big, you've got to reduce it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm on a mission to help 1 million people reduce risk in their lives. To reduce risk in your life, go to myworstinvestmentever.com today and take the risk reduction assessment I've created from the lessons I've learned from more than 480 guests. It's time you start building wealth the easy way by reducing risk. Fellow risk takers, this is your worst podcast host, Andrew Stotz from A Stotz Academy, and I'm here with featured guests, Nesli Girgin. Nesli, are you ready to join our mission?
Yes, I am so excited to join.
Yes, I'm very excited to have you. And let me introduce you to the audience. Nesli is a content creator and expert in marketing campaigns, product introduction, and visibility. With 20 years of banking, textile, design, logistics, and business association experience, she has vast knowledge in general management and is an expert in various industries, which include foreign trade, payment solutions, business planning, and project management. Nesli, take a moment and tell us about the value that you bring to the world.
Thank you, Andrew. It's honor to be together with you and all of our audiences, first of all. And my experience is related with job seekers and also entrepreneurs, HR leaders, because it's related with this triangle. I made a wrong investment, or I made an investment and maybe I fail, but I learned a great lesson after all. So that I am sharing it with you
Mm,
and all the people because my followers and my connections know me for a long time on LinkedIn. I started LinkedIn because I was jobless. I quit my job. I take care of my mother. She had a brain surgery. She, she recovered. Then our doctor suggested us a calm and passionate family members to take care of her. Extra because healthcare teams did their best, but it was a process that we had to be together with our mom.
mm,
So I started projects to work from home, some business related projects. Then I received some offers from around the world from many companies and also some multinational companies, recruiter teams, they were working with agencies. So that my experience is one of those great multinational companies. It was a dream for me to live in New York. I received an offer to live in their headquarters, and we discussed everything. I signed agreements. Then we started immigration procedures, and United States Immigration Office requested me 1 year of residence, payment details, papers, documents, but the company only paid 3 months of residence. So that I tried my best to reach HR teams. I wrote many letters to them, but unfortunately, they didn't help me on that situation. And I decided to quit or to finish to work with them,
mm.
so that I canceled to go there. After all, COVID started, So that I understood that there is a reason if something doesn't occur. It was a failure for me because I made some payments and I was so sure that I would work with them and I would add many value to their headquarters. But after all, I understood that if I were there, I could be so alone in COVID
Hmm.
and after all diseases and many issues. So I understood that if something doesn't occur as we dreamed, there is a reason God knows better than us. So that this was the best lesson for me and also the worst investment on the
Hmm.
other side.
That's an interesting story, and it made me think about, like, one of the things that I take away is that everything happens for a reason. And I remember when I was a young guy, I was
Yeah,
18 years old and I got out of high school. I didn't have any money to go to college. And my father talked to a friend of his friend to say,
yeah,
give my son a job in your warehouse.
yeah,
And so I got a job in a warehouse, and I worked there for 3 months. And I tried to do the best I could. I'm not a dumb guy. I worked hard. And on the end of the third month, the owner of the company, who knew my dad, called me in and he said, "You're fired." I said, "For what?" He said, "You're not made for this. This is not for you."
yeah,
And I went home and I talked to my friend and I just told him it's terrible.
yes, yes,
And and then, of course, what I didn't know is that that was the beginning of me realizing I've got to go back to university. And so sometimes what we think are bad things happen for reasons that we just never know, but they change the direction of our life. And it sounds like, and the other thing that my friend said, and he said it a few times when I was young, which is, when you think that you know the right thing for yourself, how do you know? Why are you so sure? You never know what could happen if you did that. And so he really helped me to open my mind to let things happen, and understand that everything happens for a reason. Is there anything
yes.
that you would add to that?
Yes, I think this is so important. Whoever needs to hear this, if any of our dreams doesn't occur, it means there is a better way for us. God guides, and we have to be patient. We have to be kind to ourselves, in
Mm.
fact, because we are sometimes worrying so much and it doesn't necessary, but we may not change this uh, worrying, but at least we must be kind to ourselves because we did our best. We can lose millions of dollars, but we can earn in other way. We don't know. Our health and our happiness is the best and the greatest gift for us. First of all, let's take care of our health and happiness. Uh, this is the best thing we have.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what is your number one goal for the next 12 months?
Oh, my number one goal. I have some tasks. I have some projects together with wonderful team in Turkey. I want to accomplish them. When I accomplish them, everybody will see on LinkedIn because it's related with LinkedIn. So that this is my important task for the next 3 months. I delayed because of some reasons, some health issues, some family health issues, so that I want to accomplish them. You will see, and everybody will see.
Mm. Exciting, exciting.
Thank you.
You know, episode number 15 of this podcast was my friend Attila from
Yeah,
Turkey
yeah.
also. So it's we have a few different friends of mine from Turkey that have come on this show. Well,
Wonderful.
uh, and for the people who want to follow you and listen to what you've got to say, is LinkedIn the best place to do that?
I am in other social media platforms also. LinkedIn is a challenging platform because there are many challenges over there. There are many issues if we are trying to show up with our
Mm.
posts. Many people are worrying because they don't get likes. They don't have enough visibility for their experiences, for their knowledge. But everybody, whoever listen this, I suggest and encourage them to not give up, to write comments, to write their thoughts sincerely for their other connections and followers to increase their visibility. The best platform is LinkedIn for me, for business and for job seekers, for networking, in addition to other social media platforms. Of course, we are loving to be over there, but LinkedIn is my top place.
Fantastic. And for the listeners out there, we'll have your link in the LinkedIn, the show notes and on the blog so that they can go and visit you on LinkedIn and follow you. Well, listeners, there you have it. Another story of loss to keep you winning. If you haven't yet taken the risk reduction assessment, I challenge you to go to myworstinvestmentever.com right now and start building wealth the easy way by reducing risk. As we conclude, Nesli, I want to thank you again for coming on the show and joining the mission. On behalf of A Stotz Academy, I hereby award you alumni status for turning your worst investment ever into your best teaching moment. Do you have any parting words for the audience?
I am so excited to be together with you, Andrew, and our audiences. I am thankful and I am in gratitude with them, with you. I met with all of you because of LinkedIn, so that I love LinkedIn.
That's fantastic. And I love the attitude of gratitude, ladies and gentlemen, that we get from Nesli. So that's a wrap on another great story to help us create, grow, and protect our wealth. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is about one guest, one story, one mission to help 1 million people reduce risk in their lives. Fellow risk takers, this is your worst podcast host, Andrew Stotz, saying, I'll see you on the upside.